guys, I'm Laura Vitale. On this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I'm going to show you how to make what I like to call a chicken pita sandwich. This is a really simple recipe, but I thought I would show it to you because I love this kind of food because it's perfect for lunch, and I figured everyone's getting ready to go back to school, and whether you're in middle school or high school or a parent that's going back to work or anybody that's on the go really, these kind of recipes I think are key to being able to eat a good healthy lunch without having to sacrifice, without having to spend hours and hours in the kitchen or having to going and get some fast food just because you don't have time. So the recipe is just using things I have left over. I mean, when I made this recipe the first time, these are the ingredients I used, which are some pita bread, and these are some whole wheat pita pockets, some spring mix, tomatoes. This is some cooked chicken that I've shredded. I've got some Kalamata olives pitted, and I've got some sun-dried tomatoes, basil, garlic, got some red onion, salt and pepper, extra virgin olive oil, and balsamic vinegar. Now, I suggest if you are taking this to lunch, put the pita on the side. That way it doesn't get soggy. It is such a good go-to recipe, and I'm using my leftover roast chicken. I make roast chicken at least once a week in our house because I adore roast chicken, but I love leftovers. Personally, I think leftover roast chicken is the best part of having a roast chicken. So you can do a bunch of different things with it. So if you want to learn how to make my roast chicken, there's a recipe on laurainthekitchen.com. Go check it out. So all I'm doing now is I'm cutting my onion into little small pieces. I'm going to dice it really nice and fine. I'm probably not going to use the whole onion. And like I said, this is a perfect recipe to use whatever you've got left over. If you got some cucumbers, if you want to use totally different ingredients than I'm using, then by all means go right ahead. You can put in some shredded carrots, some celery, some bell peppers, you name it. If you want to do like a mayo dressing, you can do that, but just if you are taking it to lunch, you want to make sure that it's kept refrigerated, it's kept really cold. But by doing it this way, I don't have to worry about that because I'm going to put olive oil and vinegar on it, and it will stay perfect. So there you go. I'm going to chop up some garlic nice and fine as well. And like I said, if you are a child or a teenager or whatnot, try making yourself a nice lunch the night before. At least you've got something to look forward to that makes you happy throughout the day. Just going to chop this up, and then I'm going to chop my basil as well, along with my olives and my sun-dried tomatoes, and I'll show you what the mixture looks like once it's all chopped. Last of my sun-dried tomatoes. I'm going to season it with some salt and pepper. Go light on the salt just because you have the olives that are very, very salty. Now, I laugh because when I say these are things I have on hand, I really mean it because, I cook mostly Italian, so I always have olives. I always have sun-dried tomatoes in the pantry. I've got some marinated artichokes, things like that. But this is something I was really curious about, and I want you to comment below. What I want to know is, I know there's a lot of different people that watch Laura in the Kitchen from all over the world. So what I'm curious is, from where you are in your country, what are your ingredients that you always have left over? As an Italian, I always got some tomatoes, I've always got basil, I've always got things like that, but where you're from, what are the staples in your kitchen that you find yourself that you've got bits and pieces left of? I'm really curious because, I don't know, I'm a foodie. I love food. So just drizzling a little bit more olive oil and vinegar. That looks good. Give it a toss. Now, if I was taking this to work tomorrow or school, this is the point where I would put this in its own little container and the pita in its own little container along with a little bit of lettuce and tomato on the side, and then assemble it at lunchtime. I'm not going to school tomorrow, and I really want to show you what one looks like, so I'm going to assemble it. I'm going to cut my pita pocket in half. Split it open, but be gentle. I'm going to put in a couple slices of tomatoes. They're really juicy too. I'm actually going to season the tomatoes just a tiny tad. Put some lettuce and some of your chicken salad mixture. What a lovely, lovely lunch that is. I'm going to give this a bite right now. It looks delicious. so good. So yummy. I love this combination, but like I said, you can do whatever your heart desires. I hope you enjoy spending time with me. Go to www.laurenkitchen.com to get the written recipe. Hey, good luck going back to school or work or whatever you're going tomorrow. Just make yourself a good lunch so you have something really healthy and really yummy to look forward to midday. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.